Our job today is to take a look at this thing that we call Agile software development. And there's a lot of questions out there as to what really is Agile. We get a number of different responses from different people. And in my journeys as presenting to a lot of different levels and a lot of different people, we have a tendency to hear many different things that are really not Agile. So let's get into that first. Let's define what we mean. But to start it off, what I'd like to do is I'd like to talk about what Agile is not. Number one, Agile is not a methodology. We hear, and in my journeys and in my experience, I've had organizations say to me, Ed, we're Agile. We use Scrum or a Scrum shop, or we are extreme programming driven. But when you look at what's happening, you see there's zero agility in the organization. So because we have a methodology does not mean we're Agile. Secondly, it's not a way of programming. Some people think, well, this is all about programming. No, it's not. And it's not what we call an IT silver bullet. It's not the solution to all our problems. There are certain systems we wouldn't deal, let's say, from an Agile perspective in building the system. And finally, I always like to point this out. It's not an IT thing. I've had clients call me and say, Ed, we know this is about IT. And I stop them there and I say, it's not an IT thing. It was not created for IT. It was not created by IT. It is something that we as an industry borrowed because we saw success with it. And we're using it from that perspective. So I always like to approach this from the perspective of credibility. Is there actually credibility? Because if there's not, there's no need to look at it. What's happening in the industry? And a couple of the groups we look to are groups like Forrester and Gartner. These are the oversight bodies that take a look at how we do from a perspective of maturity in the IT industry and where the IT industry is going. What are the futures? And going back with Forrester, which is a very conservative organization who initially said they didn't think this was going to go anywhere. Back in 2008, they made this claim. Agile methods have now gone mainstream. It was the first admission.